What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good? What's up? To want the inner part of his ass crack. Blue about me not being his dad. After reading the book, she got. What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good, people? What's up? This is your Sugar Spike Daily. I am Teddy27, here to give you your stories that might make you spike out. So listen, y'all. There's a couple things going on. We'll get right down to it. Let's start off with Bank of America. Bank of America, oh my God. Listen, let me just say this. Well, let me tell you what happened. Yesterday, there was a whole snafu with Bank of America. Bank of America had a bit of a situation where everybody who, well, not everybody, but a lot of their customers who had Zelle transactions on their bank, in their bank accounts or using their bank accounts, and for Bank of America, ended up having money missing, large sums of monies. Maybe somebody sent you some money and that money had been received by you through Zelle on your Bank of America account. That money went up missing from your account. And yesterday morning, a lot of people started to complain about it, say, hey, what the hell is going on? Zelle came right out. Zelle said, hey, boo, it ain't us. Our system is working fine. And now other bank got no problem. All of the other banks says everything fine. We done checked our system. Everything is okay. Y'all need to go hit up Bank of America. Bank of America wasn't answering nobody phone calls. People calling. Bank of America wasn't picking up no phones, wasn't answering, and the people started to get real upset. I don't know. And so they eventually worked the problem out later that afternoon, yesterday afternoon. But I'm sure there were several hours where people were real upset trying to call Bank of America. There were people who were saying that, listen, I had a bill that was due. I was supposed to be paying for this, paying for that. You know, people need their money for a myriad of reasons, and for whatever reasons, Bank of America shit went together. Now, let's be clear. I'm somebody who doesn't bank with Bank of America because they charge way too many fees. Listen, black people across the fruited plains, y'all should have been side-eyeing Bank of America when Ryan Coogler had his situation at Bank of America where they thought he was trying to rob the place and the police came and had to escort him out of Bank of America. And this man is a multi-millionaire. He couldn't even get his money. A mess. I was looking at the Bank of America people like, oh, that sucks. Because I would never go over to Bank of America. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not doing it. Won't do it. Mm. Mm. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Twitter was a buzz about it. The people were up and set. Up and set. Um, Listen. Bank of America has a sorted and checkered past with its customers. Like I said, I mean, between Bank of America and Wells Fargo, if you with one of those two banks, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Go ahead and get you a good credit union or whatever bank, Chase, Regions, TD Bank, Citibank, something. But Bank of America and Wells Fargo are the wrong goddamn answer. I don't know. I just feel like this. My current bank does me quite well. Been with them for a few years now. But the bank I was with before, I had a situation and these people didn't want to give me my money. Talk about some, oh, you need to come in. I had to verify it was me and everything, went through all of those security checks and they still didn't want to give me my money. Girl, when I tell you I had a whole, I said, baby, but you, sir, you're going to have to come in, Mr. L. Teddy, you're going to have to come into the bank to verify who you are. Baby, if I have to march into this bank to verify who I am, I'm picking up all my money and going to another bank. And that's exactly what I did because I can't play them games with these people. So, listen, it's, you know how to, little commercial say it's my money and I need it now. The JG Whitworth commercial is called JG Whitworth 877 Cash Now. It's my money and I need it now. When I go to the bank, give me my money. Run me my coins. Run me my coins. So put in the comment section, were you one of these people affected by it? I knew somebody, a friend of mine, who was affected by it. I've been told him he shouldn't be with Bank of America. Bro said, listen, I had my $400 that was missing out of my account. A mess. A mess. Now, you know, you know some of us, we gonna do the wrong thing. You know it's gonna be people, listen, you know it's gonna be some of us that go call that bank and say, hey, I had $5,000 in my account And I don't know what happened. Y'all need to give me my money back. Knowing good and hell well they were sitting on $18.32 in their account. But you over here calling because you know they had a whole system meltdown and said, listen, I had $5,018.32. I need my money now. Cussing the people out. Cussing and carrying on. Talk about they get on the phone with the customer service. I don't want to talk to you. Let me talk to your manager. I can't let you talk to my supervisor. Baby, let me talk to your supervisor now. Because you're gonna give me my $5,018.32. Knowing good and hell well you only had $18.32. But you heard this on the news and saw this on Twitter and thought you was gonna get your come up. Girl, you know y'all black people good for it. I ain't mad at it. If it worked, let me know. Let let your boy know, cause I'm just saying. But listen, Zell. Let me read y'all what Zell said when everything came out. When this shit came down and people started looking at Zell, Zell tweeted out immediately, "Quote: Hi, thanks for contacting Zell support. The Zell app and network are up and running. We are aware of an issue that is impacting Bank of America customers when sending and receiving payments. We recommend." Contacting Bank of America's customer support team for additional updates. Basically, bitch, that ain't our problem. Get away from us. Going on over there to them hoes. By about 2:30, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time yesterday afternoon, it was back up and working. Child, but y'all better go get y'all money out of Bank of America. Go get y'all money. In other news, up in New England, the New England area is being as racist as they always have been. What's so funny about New England? They always try to be pious and self righteous and holier than thou when looking at the states below the Mason Dixon line. Even back in the colonial days, when they know that they were just as racist and in many cases even more racist, discriminatory, and bigoted than those states in the South. The only difference is the states in the South were very open and honest. Hey, we racist. We telling you we got smoke for all the blacks. The people in New England was like, no, no, we're not racist. Why do you think we had that whole Civil War? It was all about slavery. We ain't even got enough time to dissect that and go down that road. But anyway, to today's story. So there's a white supremacist group that whose leader has been charged for hanging a sign over a bridge. The sign saying, quote, keep New England white, end quote. Why are we not surprised? We've heard the endless number of stories about racism coming out of the New England area, Boston specifically. Let me read this real quick. New Hampshire authorities have filed a civil complaint against the leader of the neo-Nazi group NSC 131, per the Boston Globe. The offense at hand is the draping of a banner with white nationalist language over a bridge above a main highway. The punishment is as disappointing as the action itself. If you happen to be driving on Route 1 near the Stark Street overpass in Portsmouth last July, you would have seen a sign reading "Keep New England White." Their wish is practically granted considering only 1.9% of the population is black and 92.8% of the population is white per the census in Portsmouth. The sign was just a foul way to assert their supremacy. The Attorney General's office and Portsmouth police sought civil enforcement actions accusing leader Christopher R. Hood Jr., Leo Cullinan, and the rest of the group of conspiring to violate the Civil Rights Act by traveling to the city unlawfully, trespassing on a public property, and participating in racially motivated actions. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention they don't even live there. Just do I need to go any further? Do I need? Let me read a little bit more. I don't even need to read no more. Let me just put this out there. Let me cut to the chase. They got a slap on the wrist. They got a slap on the wrist. They got a $5,000 fine, and that's it. That's it. Pay this $5,000 fine, and that's it. Mind you, they got any number of people donating, probably hundreds of thousands, probably even millions of dollars to their neo-Nazi organization. So $5,000. Oh, here you go, and keep on going. a mess. This is the same group who previously caused a whole, melee commotion and everything outside of a drag queen reading event last summer. And they were the group that when there was an event where they had drag queens were doing book readings and stuff like that, had a reading event, and they caused a commotion and had that got that shut down because of their whole melee. Just a mess. And when you give these groups like this slaps on the wrist like this, what you say to them is, "Oh, it's okay. Oh, we have no problem with this. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here." New England. Let me remind you where we are. I thought New England was supposed to be the progressive part of the country. Not so much. They're just as racist as the rest of the country. Just a mess. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know what y'all think because to me, outside of jailing the leaders of these groups, going in and breaking up, taking all of the money from these groups. You got to really have some effect on this. The leaders of these groups have to have significant jail time. You have to seize all of their money and assets and everything involved with that group to really break it up. Outside of doing that, you ain't doing nothing but playing games, giving them a slap on the wrist, and the slap on the wrist basically encourages them to keep doing what they're doing. They're not going to stop. And then even if you do what I said you should do to these groups, that's just going to pop up another group similar to them or exactly like them. This country is, careening toward a reckoning with regard to race, and they refuse to do anything about it. People in positions of power refuse to do anything about it. And I'm telling you, we are on the verge of a huge race war, civil war, some type of domestic skirmish, some type of domestic um, infighting that we're not addressing that is coming. It is coming. I keep telling people January 6th was the warning shot. Here's the warning shot. Here's the warning shot. Please know that with the practice test, we're gearing up. We ain't gonna miss the next time. Don't say you were not warned. And in our last story today, before we get up out of here, y'all's boy. This young man's story keeps getting better and better. It's the gift that keeps on giving. George Santos. Oh, yes, that same George Santos. Oh, we don't even know if that's his goddamn name, George Santos. We'll call him John Doe. John Doe, George Santos, is in the news yet again. Why is he in the news? I'm glad you asked. So, apparently, we remember we talked about George Santos living in Brazil at some point. The Brazilian government is after him anyway because they for fraud charges for saying that he stole a checkbook and was writing fraudulent checks from that checkbook. So the Brazilian government is already looking for him. Mind you, you have a sitting member of Congress that is looking that you have another country looking for them because they have money for fraud, check fraud, for crimes across the Western Hemisphere. But whatever. They still letting him sit. Dear God. Anyway, George Santos is now having to make some denials. Why? Because some of his friends said, "Oh, he's a Republican? Oh, okay. Well, I know y'all Republicans feel some kind of way about the LGBT community. Now, George Santos is very open about being a member of the LGBTQ plus community. So he says, I don't even know if that's true because nothing about him is true. Baby, we need to see a sex tape roll out to make sure you really like men. Maybe we need to see you kiss your boyfriend or whatever. We need some, validations, some receipts to show us that you're really over here and truly should be a member of the Rainbow Coalition. Okay, other than that, we vehemently deny all parts of who George Santos is and wants no parts of him down here to the Rainbow Coalition compound. Anyway, but some of his old friends down to the Brazil, when he was living down to the Brazil, said, oh, we ain't tell y'all? Bro used to be doing drag. He was a whole ass drag queen. Oh, you don't believe me? See this picture. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. You see it. That in the red circle, that'd be George Santos in drag, allegedly. Now, George Santos done came out and had to deny said reports. Reuters put this out yesterday. Let me read this real quick. Embattled first term Republican I'm sorry, Representative George Santos, Republican of New York, has denied reports that he competed in a drag queen beauty pageant in Brazil as he faces a slew of federal investigations into accusations of lying and possible issues with campaign fundraising. Quote, the most recent obsession from the media claiming that I am a drag queen or performed as a drag queen is categorically false. Santos wrote in a tweet on Wednesday, lashing out at the media for continued reporting about his life as he says he is trying to get work done in Congress. He went on to say in his tweet, quote, the media continues to make outrageous claims about my life while I am working to deliver results. I will not be distracted nor fazed by this, end quote. So the media is making outrageous claims about your life. You forgot you made outrageous claims about your own life. I mean, that's just par for the course. Like the outrageous claim saying that you graduated from college and you don't have a degree to first from nowhere across the fruited plains, no college, no, not a Kaiser College, not an ICDT, not a Phoenix University, nothing. Not Roscoe's backyard, college and consortium, nothing. Not a degree to first. Like you claiming that your grandparents were Holocaust, survivors, and that ain't even the truth. Like you claiming that you worked at all of these places that said no, he's never worked for us, he's never been on a payroll. Outrageous claims like that. Like you claiming that your mama survived 9/11, and that not being accurate. Like really, let's talk about outrageous claims, sir. Girl, the outrageous claim would be that you were a cute drag queen, which we can see you were not. This is a mess. He's still a sitting member of Congress. Listen, and being placed on committees, important committees. I'm gonna break that down in the politics of it all because we got to really break down some of these House committees, and the House Ethics and Oversight Committee that has been dismantled basically by Kevin McCarthy and his band of merry men. But what next, George Santos? What are we going to see next? Were you born a woman? Like, are you, a transgender man? I don't know. Because I think that's the next shoe to drop. Like, you were really born a woman, a biological woman. I don't know. Or I don't even think that you were born a woman. I think that you might have been born a Venus flytrap. Or some type of animal or something. I don't know. Nothing about you, George Santos, John Doe, is real. I'm expecting for you to be some alien from some other planet, sit here amongst us, like that movie V. Like every night you go and you turn into some lizard, like on the movie V. Somebody, y'all put in the comment section what y'all think about this because I find it very funny that we find out now that he was an ugly drag queen back down to the Brazil. Oh, why are you doing that? Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, God, no, no. I don't know why that's making noise. It won't shut up. Oh, God, commercial. Oh, that was embarrassing. That was my cue to get out. Listen, y'all. Oh my God, my computer is doing a lot right now. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. That's our Sugar Spike Daily for today. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know you was here. Let's argue like we always do. Like, share, subscribe, all of the good stuff. I'll check y'all out next time. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.